Hey everyone, my name is Alexandra and I'm a watercolor artist. This is part 2 of my Cozy Christmas Cards in Under 10 Minutes series. Today I am going to be showing you guys how to paint a super simple, super basic Christmas tree that is perfect for any Christmas card. So let's get started. For supplies, we need a piece of paper. I'm using 140-pound cold press watercolor paper. I have 2 cups of water, one for clean, one for dirty water, a napkin. I have 2 different sizes of paintbrushes. I have Opus Allegros number 6 and number 3. And then for paints, I'm using Philosophy and Co's Woodlands palette. But if you guys use anything with a mixture of green, brown, and maybe some red in there, you are all set. 10 minutes is on the clock, so we are going to start painting. What I want you guys to do, if you have a pencil, is you're gonna draw a line down your page. So just down the center, we're using this as our guideline for our Christmas tree. Now, I am gonna start with my number 6 paintbrush. And again, we're gonna keep this super simple, but I'm just gonna mix myself a green paint over here. So I'm mixing deep moss, a little bit of my daylight yellow to give it some warmth. And then I'm going to add some brown in there as well. All right, so now that I have my tree color mixed, I'm gonna start at the top of my tree. I'm gonna leave, sorry, I'm just watering it down to make it a bit lighter. I'm gonna leave a little bit of space for my star at the top, and I'm just gonna paint sort of with V shapes coming down. And now I wanna add some branches in, so extending out from that center line. I'm just gonna continue with this idea of painting feather shapes coming in towards the center there. And we're just gonna go bigger as we work our way down. So I do have a few tutorials on how to paint watercolor trees. If you guys check out my video on easy, medium, and advanced ways to paint watercolor trees, this is gonna be more similar to the easy version. But if you guys wanna paint something more complex, then go check out those videos and you can follow the exact same concept, and then we will just add some things together to make it a little bit more Christmassy. So I'm working my way down, and I'm just making these feather shapes bigger and bigger as I come towards the bottom of my tree. And again, I'm angling everything down sort of towards that center stem, but I'm still trying to make sure that everything's not too consistent. I keep it a little bit random so that it's more natural looking, just using these loose lines that are angling in towards the center of each branch. Now that I have that done, I am gonna go in with my smaller paintbrush and I'm gonna grab some of my brown paint. And starting from the top, we're just gonna paint, I'm gonna make that a little bit lighter. We're just gonna paint a line coming down, so I'm mostly filling it in where I can see the white spaces. I can super faintly see where I've painted my pencil line, so I'm just gonna follow that. And we're gonna go all the way down. And I've kept this first layer that I've painted relatively light, just because we're gonna add some more things on top. All right. So now that that first layer is done, base of the tree is done, we can decorate it. We're gonna start with our star on top. So I have my yellow on this palette, has a lot of green on it. So I'm just gonna grab a yellow from one of my other palettes that I have, just to make sure that I'm using a nice and clean, bright yellow color. Okay, perfect. So at the top here, I'm gonna paint my star. I'm starting with a line down. I'm gonna do a line across, and I'm using my small paintbrush for this. And then we're gonna go shorter little diagonal lines. So the star is super simple, and it's just gonna be perched right at the top of our tree there. Now, while I'm still using this yellow paint, I'm just gonna dot it throughout the rest of my tree, just to add some Christmas lights. So I'm just doing little dots. I'm trying to mostly put them into the white spaces so that we can see that it is lights instead of overlapping the green too much. But honestly, if you guys just put them all the way through, then you'll end up with a super cute and cozy tree. So we have our star, we have our lights. We're gonna go ahead and add some ornaments. So I'm gonna take a red paint. I grab my Foxberry red, and I'm just gonna mix it with a tiny bit of yellow because this one is a little bit more purple toned. Okay, and to paint in my ornaments, I'm just painting in circles. I'm going right on top of the green that I painted. My green paint is light enough that I actually can just take my red and add my ornaments in. So I'm making sure that they're not too big. And then the biggest thing, just like you would if you were decorating a Christmas tree, is sort of spreading them out so that it's nice and balanced all the way around your entire tree. And now that I have all of that in, the ornaments really stand out quite a lot. So I want to add a little bit more depth to my branches. So I'm going to go in and take a darker green, and I'm just going to paint some little lines that look like the pine needles of a tree. So I'm following those branch shapes. And again, if you guys want to see this in a bit more detail, I do have that other tutorial on watercolor pine trees. This will just bring your tree to life. So right away I can see how it stands out so much more. And now I want to make my star stand out more as well. So I'm just going to go in and take kind of an orangey gold yellow color. And I'm going to do super skinny line going down the center, across and diagonal, and just give the star that definition so that it really pops. All right, so there we have our mini, really easy Christmas tree in under 10 minutes. If I was to give this to someone, I probably would write Merry Christmas or something underneath of it. Happy holidays, fa la la, whatever Christmas saying you want. Otherwise, our tree is all done. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you followed along, make sure to take a picture, share it with me on Instagram at Alexandra Victoria Studio. Love to see what you guys are painting, so please do share. Also, comment below what you'd like to learn next for our cozy Christmas card painting in under 10 minutes. If you guys are not subscribed to this channel, make sure to subscribe. That way you guys won't miss any of my future card tutorials. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to like this video. We'll see you next time.